Hey Joe, here's a video response to your what are my greatest fears, I guess, was the question for your 1,000 subscriber contest. This is going to sound like a contradiction, but my greatest fear has always been heights. When I was younger and working out the farm and stuff, I hated climbing the silos. On the outside. On the inside didn't bother me. But if I had to climb the outside ladder on a silo, I didn't care for that. Or grain elevators or anything like that. Get up on the outside of them. I hated that. But my number one love all my life, well, I wouldn't say number one, but one of my biggest loves has always been aviation. So, I mean, I don't know, you've probably seen in some of my other videos, I fly model airplanes. I do all kinds of stuff with model radio controlled stuff. And back here about 7-8 years ago, I decided I'd flown in light aircraft before. And as long as I was inside the aircraft, I'm in control then. And I'm inside of it. Then it doesn't bother me. Then I can fly up 5,000-10,000 feet, or 5,000-10,000 feet, 3,000 to 5,000 feet, and it don't bother me at all. So I bought an ultralight. I've since gotten rid of it because the hangar rent got to be ridiculous for the amount of time that I got to fly it. I was only getting probably 10 or 15 hours of flying in a year, and it was costing a fortune to hangar the thing. So I decided it was not cost effective. But I went up, took some lessons, and got my flying feet underneath me. I'd flown small aircraft before. I'd actually started the process of getting my regular pilot's license, and then when I was younger I didn't have the money to finish doing it and never did finish doing it, so I decided, well, the ultralight was the easiest way to do. So that was how I guess you could say I conquered my fear of height. But I still, to this day, don't like climbing up on the outside of tall things. It's too much like you're out in free fall. That's another thing that I never have been interested in, is jumping out of I've flown, we've got a local jump club that flies, takes parachuters up. I've gone up on rides with those guys, and you got to wear a parachute to fly in there because there's no door on the airplane. But I got no interest in jumping out of it. I don't mind flying in airplanes. I don't mind flying my own airplane. But being out in the open, I realized that was my fear. I'm not in control. So as long as I was flying the airplane or inside of a closed cockpit, I've flown gliders and all kinds of stuff like that. I did try a hang glider once, and although you're pretty much in control of that, I really didn't much care for either. But a regular glider where you're inside of a cockpit, that don't bother me at all. I'll fly anything that's got wings on it that I can control. So that's my fear. It's like I said, contradictory. I do love flying, but don't like being out on the outside of things where you're not in control. I've even done rappelling. I tried that, thinking that, see how bad that scared the shit out of me, and I don't mind rappelling. I mean, I'm in control of that. But for some reason, being up on the outside of you're inside of a cage and you're on the outside of those ladders, but still, don't like that. So, here you go. Long video for an awful long explanation for a very short, what should have been a very short video. So, there's my entry to your 1,000 subscriber contest, Joe.